Bullseyes at the Buckeye Series. Today we're going to be making a sight tape, and actually it's not going to be for me. It's going to be for my buddy Donnie.
Hi everybody.
He's shooting the Buckeye too, so we're going to make a sight tape, get it all dialed in perfect. You're going to shoot field with it too, right? Yep. So we're going to need to get those short yardages dialed in. First thing we need to start off with is getting sighted in at 20 yards. That's 20 yards right there. Going to get a perfect mark, then we'll move on from there. Okay, we're sighted in at 20 yards, making a mark on the tape. And now we're going to move back to 60 and mark a spot on the tape there. We'll use that in a little bit. Okay, so we're dialed in for 60 yards. And I'm going to flip the camera here. We measured the distance from his 20 that we set and then his 60. Put it into Archer's Advantage in the sight in tab. And now we've plugged in the distance from the lens to the scope, or the peep. And then we did peep height above the center of the arrow at full draw. So we plugged all that into Archer's Advantage. Now we're going to get sighted in at exactly 3 yards. And once we find out that, at 3 yards you have to aim at 70 yards, then we'll go back into Archer's Advantage, give it a little bit of an adjustment. That way his close yardages, anything below 14, 13 yards, are right on the money. So we're going to work on that right now. Right on the money. Okay, so we're sighted in to hit this little hole right here. So we don't need to adjust anything in Archer's Advantage. If we were not sighted in, we would adjust the number that we put in for height above the arrow at full draw. So we would add or subtract from that number in Archer's Advantage, then kind of look at the marks that they give you, see if they're right or not, and then go back and adjust it until they are right. And we got lucky. The marks were right on the first time. So we're going to go ahead and print a tape and the short yardage conversions, and then we will put them on the site. Okay, so we got everything in the program lined out. Of course, that's a super complicated program. If you want more details on that, I can make a video on it in the future. But right now, I'm going to go and print off that tape, and then we're going to stick it on the site and get it dialed in, and we should be ready to shoot. Okay, here it is. I just took some arrow glue, vein glue, and cut this out and glued it right on there. And got our marks lined up, but we're going to go out there to, I'd say you want it centered at about 45 yards. That's not about right. So we'll go out to 45 yards, shoot, make sure our indicator up here is centered, and then we should be ready to rock and roll. Okay, 45 yards. There's Donnie Group. I'd say he's pretty sighted in with that tape.
It's a pretty good group for being close to my bed.
Yeah, so I'd say that tape is working well. I'm going to do the same thing here in a few days once I get my arrows. And then we should be ready as far as sight tapes for the Buckeye. We'll see you tomorrow.